Preparing for the Workplace, Section 2.1. Deconstruct information from a technical perspective to a non-technical end user perspective. Explain how something in the system or application works to an end user using relatable examples to allow the user to understand. Example, explaining how an email works to your grandmother. Like, someone like that. Try and speak in terms of the user will or the system will instead of saying the code will. The end user is not really going to understand how code works, well, if they're not a programmer anyways, or someone like that. So try and use just the system will, the user will, or you click on this button and it will do this, or put, give you information. Another option would be to train the user. This would be a lot longer and probably not very useful unless you made software for a company and the secretary has to be trained on how to use it or so on like that. Try and explain it in a way that they would understand. Don't go into how the information would be encrypted using salt and then sent to the database matched with a session key or so on like that. Don't explain it like that. Just explain it how when the secretary fills in the text box and presses the button, the information will be sent to the database and they could retrieve it this way or so on like that. Don't try and be in your own world with your own terms or so on. Try and meet them in the middle with terms they would understand. This concludes section 2.1.